Happy Friday to you guys. How we doing today, baby?
Feeling good. Finally Friday. First week of this show is almost complete.
Oh yeah.
It's been a good one. It's been a good
Oh,
one.
it's been great, dude. Shout out to Rogue Sports Media for letting two guys put together a production every single day to hang out with some people, bring some of our boys on here as well, and just talk about ball, talk about sports, and celebrate the game and celebrate life as well. Today, I wanted to start with a little bit of what is unlocked. And you're here with Key and BB. And we are two guys and we talk about sports. And we're a live production every single weekday, presented again by Rogue Sports Media, who has sponsored two guys to bring you smiles every single day. And our biggest goal is just that, to leave you happier than we found you. We talk about your favorite sports teams, and this is not your typical podcast. There are plenty of, NFL analysts, ex-NFL players, current NFL players who have shows, but we thought, what about a show from the fans, for the fans? And on Unlocked, we throw down locks. Maxi's Mortal Locks is now 2-0, and we are going to continue that. It is showing no signs of stopping anytime soon. We make group parlays that we are now introducing to the show this beautiful Friday. We got Tigers Big Bets that is officially joining the show this Friday as well. And in a world where connecting with people is harder than ever, you may feel alone every now and again. You need somewhere to feel like you're back at home, somewhere to hang out. Well, hang out with us. We are your boys, and we are here to do this every single weekday. And so we are here if work has gotten boring and you've had enough of the work, you're done with all your stuff, but you got to stay till 5 o'clock. We're your guys. We are your guys. And who knows? Maybe we'll make you smile today. We'll make you go out and send some smiles elsewhere. BB, how are we feeling on this beautiful, beautiful Friday in the Carolinas?
Feeling good. I'm excited to get into our stuff today. Like you said, we got the group play. We got the Tigers locks. So we should have some good sports picks for the weekend. There's some money to be made, and why don't we do it?
Oh, yeah. If it's out there, the boys are going to find it, and we are going to make some magic happen today. It is a beautiful Friday. We're going to cover a great football game. It didn't start off as a great football game. The first half was absolute trash, but the second half, there were a lot of fireworks and a lot of things to talk about. Garrett Wilson with potentially the catch of the year, maybe the best catch of all time, maybe the best catch of the decade. I don't know. You tell me, BB. How did you feel about that Garrett Wilson catch?
That catch is a little weird to me, man. This guy gets 1 foot he gets an inch of his shin down and it counts as a touchdown. But we see George Pickens hopping around in the end zone and it's not a touchdown. It's crazy. But, I mean, it was an incredible catch. I think the second half of the game was the Jets we expected to see all year. And we just haven't really seen that this year. Hopefully that second half gets them rolling and Jets start stacking W's.
I believe that they might be able to do just that. It was a good game by the end, and I thought the Garrett Wilson catch was amazing. I'm glad that it was not something that got called back because he went up and I'm seeing a lot of Air Jordan memes next to Garrett Wilson. Speaking of Air Jordan, a guy who absolutely loves Michael Jordan. He also loves Tiger Woods, and he loves placing down something. When I say big bets, I mean big bets. Straight boomers. We were all in Las Vegas. I didn't see this guy throw a chip less than 100 down at all. So I can only imagine what he does for a good old-fashioned college football pick. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, Air Tiger.
There he is.
Hey, let's go, fellas. It's hype. It's Friday.
How we feeling?
We made it through another week. It's Friday, Saturday, one of my favorite days. You guys are more the NFL crew. I stick to the college. I throw down that big cheddar. Let's get into it.
Oh, absolute big cheddar. We are excited to hear what Tiger's big bet is of the week. Do we have a full parlay or are we thinking just one little pick here, one pick there?
I got 3 or 4 that I like that will be straight bets. I think you could pick 2 or 3 to throw into like a 6-point teaser. And then, for fun, I'll hit up a parlay. I don't know if I can't remember talking about big bets. I can't remember if I sent it to the group chat or not. I know I sent it to my buddy because it was pretty crazy. But a couple weeks ago, I did $1,000 9-leg parlay. Come to find out, it did not hit. But
But if it did,
What was it for?
oh, dude, it was payout was $30K.
So not only did you throw 1,000 down,
You're trying to win.
some juicy legs in there as well.
You're trying to get a
Yeah,
free
well,
down payment for a house there.
That's what we were trying to do. I went 7 of 9, so
Okay.
not too shabby, but nothing like when you click that button for $1,000. You're like, all right, here we go, let's lock in. It's like when the wheel's spinning in Vegas in roulette. You're like, oh gosh, your stomach just goes straight to your asshole.
That is hilarious, dude. $1,000 9-legger. That's Air Tiger for you.
Hey, that's what Air Jordan did, and that's what Tiger Woods. They go for the fucking big dogs, and that's all they do. So we're here to talk about your favorite plays of the week. What you got for us, Air Tiger?
Let's see here. If I go out of my phone, does it make the camera mess up or no?
It does.
Yeah, it's a little slow.
I got them on lock in my memory. So anyway, I've been riding Indiana for about 3 to 4 weeks now. I think they are the best coached football team in the NCAA. I think he might be the next Nick Saban if he can get the right job. He's a no bullshit kind of guy, straight to business. I think they're 7.5 on the road at Michigan State. If you want to adjust the line a little bit to get it to 6.5 to make it a 1-score game, that's fine. But honestly, these dudes are rolling. I think they go into Michigan State and just blow them out.
Ooh, I love that one.
What y'all think about that?
I like Indiana. They're a surprise 8-0 squad. So you're saying they're the best coach team in the country. Does that mean you have them going into the college football playoff this year as well? They got to take Ohio State.
The thing is it depends on how many teams are they going to let in from the Big Ten. I mean, right now you have Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State. Only 2 are going to get to go to the Big Ten championship game. So are they going to add let's just say it's Ohio State, Oregon in the Big Ten championship game. Let's say Ohio State gets the best of Oregon this time. Well, now you got a 1-loss Ohio State team that lost to Oregon, a 1-loss Oregon team that lost to Ohio State, and then you might have a 1-loss Penn State that only lost to Ohio State, but they didn't get in the championship game. You might have a 1-loss Indiana that only lost to one of these top-ranked teams. So
yep.
I think they're definitely good enough to get there, but I think there will be a team that I wouldn't say doesn't deserve it, but just based on I think the ACC is so weak. Any ACC team that makes it in over like an Indiana, over like a Penn State, it is what it is. But I think they are a playoff team. They just might get unlucky based on there's too many good teams in that conference. Same with SEC. SEC and Big Ten are going to bully those 12 spots.
Yep.
And, they were talking about it back when it was BCS Championship Series where you only got 2 teams in. People were butthurt if such and such didn't get in. Then they expanded it to 4 teams, and people still got butthurt. And now we got 12, and there's still going to be some teams that don't get in, but they might have deserved it based on their resume and whatnot. But what I'm most excited for, though, about the playoffs is the 4 home games in the first round.
Yep.
That is so awesome.
Those are going to be
not neutral site. Not neutral site. This is straight home field advantage.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't want to see that blue turf.
No. You think they're going to be, what is it? 5, 6, 7, 5, 6,
5, 6, 7, 8. But the thing is it's based on conference championship as well. So like if let's just say Boise State wins their conference championship, but let's say like I don't know, what's a good example? Like a Penn State doesn't win their conference championship, but they're ranked ahead of Boise State. I think Boise State gets slotted higher because of the conference championship.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So it might not be like the perfect ranking in terms of the bracket, but since they got a conference championship, they'll move up. But dude, December up there, blue turf, Idaho,
Dude,
just
that'd
hand
be
the ball
awesome.
to Genty. You don't want to see it.
I
That place
not
would be
wanna-
jumping, man. That's
That's probably
be
the
awesome.
last place in the country that I would want to go straight up.
The blue
In
turf.
Idaho in December? That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But you just painted a perfect picture of 4 teams from the Big Ten making it in. I could see a scenario where 4 SEC teams make it in. That leaves 1 for ACC, 1 for Big 12, Boise State, and then there's going to be 1 more at large. I mean, I feel like there is a clear scenario where Indiana makes it in with the other Big 3 all making it in with 1 loss. And I feel like that's the best possible scenario for the college football playoff too, Zach.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, dude, Notre Dame's taking up a spot too.
Yep.
There's
True.
your 12.
And
Notre
then-
Dame is getting in though.
And so it's going to be tough. It would be cool to see Army or Navy get in, but I think they'll be on the short end of the stick just based on Notre Dame just smacked Navy. I think they play Army in a couple weeks. I mean, they're running the same offense. I'm guessing they'll probably handle business as well. Maybe not as bad. I think Army's got a better defense than Navy does. But what also is crazy, I might have talked to BB offline about it. I don't know if they changed it or not, but last time I looked, the Army and Navy game is always after conference championship weekend. It's by itself completely. Well, now you have Army and Navy in the same conference, and they're at the top of their conference. So there is a potential for them to play each other in the conference championship, and then a week later they have to play the Army Navy game.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
And so then, it could go, let's say Army wins the conference championship, but Navy wins the next one. Well, which one does the committee weigh more? I mean, that there's a lot of mayhem going on, which would be pretty fun to see. But moving on to the next pick is I'm still riding with Army. I think they're a 21.5-point favorite. They're at home against Air Force. If you want to slot that to 21, just because you guys don't like the 21.5, go ahead. But I think it's going to be one of those schlackings where they might win. It might be 28 or 35-0 first half. I mean, even though Air Force runs the triple option too, Army's just got, they're well coached, good defense. I mean, Army's been pretty good ever since. I don't know if you guys remember this, but back when Kyler Murray was on Oklahoma, they went into Oklahoma, and I think Kyler Murray had to beat Army in overtime. Wow. And that was the year Kyler Murray went to the college football playoff. So, so Army took them to OT. That they've been good in terms of for what they can do. A little trivia for you guys. Do you guys know why the military teams run triple option?
I have no idea.
Absolutely no clue. I thought that they just haven't updated their offensive playbook in a while.
It's actually, I was looking into this too because I was like, why does just the military people run the triple option? Do they not have do they not have athletes? Do they not have coordinators? Like, what's going on? Well, the thing is they have other duties and requirements in terms of training and whatever else you have to do at a military academy. So they don't get to practice as much football as the other teams do, and so they think that they can't scheme up a game plan week to week based on the team that they're playing. They don't watch film. They don't have time for all that. They got to do all this other stuff. They're fighting for our country. So they're like, well, our best chance of maybe upsetting these teams is running the triple option. And then just hopefully they don't know what to do, and we'll roll with this. So that's why they all do that, because they don't get to practice or watch as much film as the rest of the country.
That's badass. I'm gonna be honest. That Army is now 8-0, and they don't even watch film on the team that they're playing. Running the same plays don't matter. American football, we're gonna tap that ass. I love that.
That's right.
That means you just got to feel bad if you're losing to this team and you know that. Like, these guys didn't even watch film on us. We know what they're gonna run, and we still can't beat them.
They didn't practice all week.
Yeah, that's why. They could run the same play 5 times in a row, but somebody gets the ball because they're like, oh, pitch it, oh, hand it off, oh, quarterback keeps it, oh, I'm gonna throw it real quick. Dude, it's insane. It's actually fun watching it. But a team, the thing is you get to those big boy teams like a Notre Dame or like an SEC team, and they'll just slaughter that O-line because the triple option O-line has to be like lean and, they got to move.
Yeah.
So they can't really block as well when they got some big beef in the trenches. But I still like Army, though, against Air Force. And then going back to your guys' episode yesterday, Key said he loves USC or South Carolina at home. We love a home dog, baby. We've been rolling with those all year long.
They are. Did you see their uniform reveal, Zach?
No, what are they rocking?
Oh, let me just go ahead and show it to you. How about that?
Let's go.
I know the truth. There's no going back. I've changed things. Forever. See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. Some men just want to watch the world burn. It's about sending a message. This is my city. And here we go. Let's put a smile on that face.
You're telling me that team's losing?
Hey, just start spinning that towel right now.
I'm not gonna lie, that kind of gave me chills. That gave me chills a little bit watching that.
Oh my God. Fire. Yeah,
Hey,
South Carolina.
That's another well-coached football team. I see Beamer. We'll see if he's loyal like his dad and staying with the team, basically his whole career. But, dude, if any of those top dog teams get a hands on him, he will turn that program into a monster. But yeah, love a home dog in South Carolina. Money line that. Don't if you want to do the spread or whatever, but you got plus sides on money line. I think they win that game. And then going to another money line, this kind of balances it out. I like Ohio State on the road at Penn State. I don't really like the 3.5 point favorite, I believe is what they are. But I think they win the game. So you do money line on the plus odds, money line on the minus odds. Hopefully you can stack both of those. If anything, if you split 1-1, hopefully South Carolina gets you the dub. And then that's basically my college plays that I love a lot. I mean, you could sprinkle in Ole Miss on the road at Arkansas. I've been riding them a little bit, but the fact that Arkansas spread is so high, I feel like they're going to probably beat them pretty handily because Arkansas has played some good games and the spread was a little closer. And then it just kind of sucks. It's a tough week because a lot of my teams that I like to bet on, Alabama, even like I think Navy's got a break this week as well. It's a pretty popular bye week this week in college football. So once we get through these next couple weeks, then we start grinding. But that's the main college plays, and there's one NFL play that I love. That's another home dog in the Browns, baby. NFL Sunday, Jameis. Dude, the thing is, if they would have started Jameis third game, they'd probably be up there fighting with the Ravens, fighting with the Steelers. So maybe they could go on a run and catch a wild card spot. But it's a lot of, I've been listening to a lot of people of why they kept starting Deshaun Watson. I think they're just trying to obviously they got to pay him. They don't want to trade him and give up more picks. I think they're just trying to eat it. And I think, honestly, they know that their best chance of getting a high draft pick is Deshaun Watson. Because if they start any other quarterback, their team is good enough to win. And they don't want to do that because they're waiting to, I think they're trying to get over the edge of Deshaun Watson and then, try to pour in and go on a run. But Deshaun's sucking all their funds out and they're kind of just stuck. But, hey, Jameis sparks a new life. He don't care what he's getting paid, where he's at. He's slinging that rock, son.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. I like that play too. I like J-Mo too. That's what I've been saying all week. If they've been playing this guy from the get-go, they would be so much better off. Deshaun is he's one of the worst QBs I've seen in a while out there.
You guys, he don't care, dude. He's $240 million in his pocket. He's like, bro, I'm just out here chilling. But remember, I think it was the first or second week after the Panthers got slaughtered back-to-back weekends. I'm like, yo, if Jameis starts with the Browns, I might be one of the biggest Browns fans. And then finally we get it, and hey, here we go. Let's go. I'm just trying to find that pseudo football team to cheer for this year because the Panthers are done.
Yeah.
I'm just cheering for a top draft pick now. Now I just want to cheer for a team that actually can maybe. I just want to see somebody upset the Chiefs. Honestly, that's all I want.
Yeah.
According to BB, they got a chance. According to you, they have a chance too. I mean, BB had them in his top 5 teams in the AFC. So
Yes, sir.
we'll see what they can do. All right. Well, Tiger, you are the man, dude. That might have been the best segment we've had yet.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. We'll have to have you back every week. That was awesome.
Hey, yeah. Whenever you guys can slot me in, y'all need the college football insider information. That's what I do. I sit on the couch and watch football all day Saturday. In NFL, I try to, a lot of people watch the Red Zone. I usually save Sundays for a lot of activities and chores and stuff, so I don't get to watch as much. But college football, that's what I dive into. Love just the behind the scenes on coaches, players. Hopefully our boy Caden still resting up. Big Roll Tide fan. Hope they get their offense straightened out. I think they're just too talented, dude. I think, like I said, well-coached teams win. If they just make some small changes, I think they could get on a roll. They got too many weapons. They're too many close games for sure. But boys, y'all are killing it. I appreciate y'all having me on. You can choose any one of those picks for our parlay because whatever these boys come on and say, we don't need a repeat. So whatever you guys are feeling, I'd say my rank is Indiana. Use that one first. I doubt anybody else would choose that, but if not, use the Browns second. So, but lock in Indiana for the group play unless somebody else wants to take it.
We got it.
Dude, we just got a low key. You taught me a good bit about the small stuff about college ball. I didn't really know that about Army and why they run the triple option. I didn't know too much about the college football playoff. I didn't know if Boise State wins their conference, but Penn State is ranked higher. Boise State gets the home game. I know it's that for a fact with the major conferences. I don't know how they do that with the smaller conferences. I tried to look it up, and it's one of those things where it's not really explained that well. But I do know for sure that if you do have a conference championship, they can slot you higher than a lower ranked team. I don't know if it has to be, one of the big 5 or not, but that's going to come, it's going to be crazy because you might have a team that, I don't know, like somebody that sneaks in that isn't even ranked high and somehow upsets in the college football playoff. They might have a freaking home playoff game versus a team that's ranked like, was ranked way lower than them. Exactly. Yeah. So it's going to be nuts. It's going to be exciting to see, but they do preference the conference championship in terms of ranking is what I've read about. We'll see how it breaks down though. All right, let's go. Are you in a Tesla? I'm seeing that you're in a car, but there's no roof.
Yeah, hey, Tesla vibes. We're warming up. This is the hot seat. Had to get away from the dogs, and we're in the middle of moving, so it's a bit messy. So got in the nice, quiet Tesla, clean. Hey, make this the hub of Unlocked.
Love it.
Oh, baby, that thing never makes any noises. Tiger, appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Air Tiger. Dude, that segment was great.
Yeah, I think that was our best segment. Yeah, that was
that was catch.
That was thorough. Gave some great insights, some great picks, and hopefully it ends up well for him on his first week on Tiger's Big Bets.
Oh, if it does, people are going to hop on the train, dude. Next up, we've got another guy. We're making a group parlay this week, and the entire goal is to see how many legs we can stack together. Apparently, you got to get 2 legs in to have a touchdown in the end zone. We need 6 legs to cash out. The next person that we are going to bring on is a big-time Steelers fan, and he knows ball. He throws a lot of parlays. He cashes out a good bit, but as a group, can we all just take 1 leg and make it cash out? Ladies and gentlemen, the old TJ Watt Batman, Carson Jones.
What's up? What's up? How we doing today, fellas?
We're doing good. CJ, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's Friday. Friday is always a good day. You got the weekend ahead of you.
Rocking
So
the
I'm
Halloween
excited.
group.
I'm feeling good. Steelers are off this week. Bama's off this week. So I got a nice little relaxing weekend. Can
Here
just,
we go.
sit back and watch some ball worry free, stress free, which is always nice.
Yeah, that's
So we were crafting together the group play in our previous segment. So far, we got Indiana -7.5 as our first leg.
from
Okay.
Tiger.
You got anything to add to it?
I like that. I like Indiana.
Okay.
See, I'm more of an NFL guy myself. There were a few college football plays that I like. I like Vandy spread a little bit. They always play everybody tough. They're going to Auburn, so that's a tough place to play. Auburn, I'm sure will be looking to make a statement, but yeah, I'm gonna stick to NFL. I got a few plays I like actually. Some I like a little bit more than others. That one I was actually gonna pick was the Ravens -8.5 against the Broncos. But since this morning, it's now moved to 9.5. Scares me a little bit, but I'm still pretty confident. In that one, I feel like the Broncos, they're on a nice little run, but I feel like they've kind of been beaten up on, some of the bad teams. Haven't really played any of the big dogs, and the Ravens are about, as big as it gets. So I like the Ravens spread. But I think my pick for this week has got to be the Bengals -7 at home against the Raiders. This Bengals team, they're going to be without T. Higgins. It's looking like I saw today, which is pretty tough. They don't always play, as well without T. Higgins. But, this is a must-win for them. At home against the Raiders, you don't even know who's it, Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell.
They don't really know. They switch it out every quarter.
Yeah, switch it out every quarter. You don't really know what you're going to get for them. The Bengals at home, this is a must-win. If they want to compete, get into the playoffs, compete in the AFC North, they got to start stringing together some wins. So this is a big game for them at home in Cincinnati, in the jungle. I like Joe to do his thing, Jamar to do his thing. So I got the Bengals -7.
Okay, another leg added on
like
to the
it.
group parlay. Right now, we got Indiana -7.5. We got the Cincinnati Bengals -7 versus the Las Vegas Raiders at home. Okay, CJ feels good about it. He also likes the Ravens they're now 9.5, but I feel like, if they were 8.5, that's already a lot of points, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're moving another 1.5 in the other direction. That might tell me they could win by 30. The spread could get up to 16.5 to come game time.
Yeah, the Ravens are no joke, man.
They
are no joke. Their defense hasn't looked like, the typical Ravens defense that you expect year in, year out. But I don't know. The Broncos, they don't really scare me much. Like I said, they've been beaten up on the lowly teams of the league. You go
take it easy.
This ain't gonna be like
Come on,
what
bro.
I'm saying? Like, you're not playing against
You sounded like
against
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton was like, this is not a good offense that we just played. Well, buddy, you're playing a good offense this week. You got Lamar, you got the King, you got Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, and now you got Deontay Johnson. He's got another beast, on that offense. So
I'm gonna be honest. I hope Sean Payton gets stopped this week based on the way he was acting. There's no reason. You don't have to say that kind of stuff. Just like take your win and have some humility about it.
Yeah.
And so I hope that Lamar Jackson goes for 300 rushing yards and then adds another 200 passing yards on top of that.
Dude, I don't
even want 300 passing yards. I want him to run for 300.
I don't think I've ever seen a coach get up there post game and just drag a team like that. Just
in the
straight
NFL,
up
especially.
disrespect them.
That sounded a little more personal from his Saints days or something. That was just,
Yeah.
it honestly was a little weird, the things he was saying.
No, I completely agree. I know the Steelers, a big thing that, we always preach is that, all these guys are in the NFL for a reason. All these teams, have good players. They're in this position for a reason. You got to give them their respect. And, obviously, things can play out on the field. But, for him to go up there and just really just bash on the Panthers, kick a man while he's down.
That's crazy.
That's tough.
I'm pretty sure didn't the Dolphins put up 70 on them? I hope the Ravens do something similar to that this weekend. That'd be great.
It could very well happen. It could very well happen. CJ, this is a random question before we let you get out of here, but we've got games all weekend.
Okay.
And I just wanted to see, it's looking like the game of the week is Detroit versus Green Bay at 4:25 in Wisconsin. Do you have any games that you most certainly will have your eyes on this weekend?
Let me see. Honestly, that Cowboys Falcons game. I'm looking at that one. Falcons have been, clicking on all cylinders recently. After we put that beat down on them, pretty much dominated them that week 1. The offense has started to look a little bit better. Kirk Cousins is getting in the groove of things, doing the Kirk loop. He plays amazing, and then he gets into prime time. Kind of falters a little bit, but right now I think they're playing well. They got Kyle Pitts back into the mix. They got their running game. Darnell Mooney has stepped up big for them. But the Cowboys are in a similar position to the Bengals. Talented team. On paper, they had high expectations going into the year, but haven't really lived up to those expectations. So this is a big game for them, going on the road against another NFC team. So this is a good spot for them to make a statement. If they want to compete, with the top dog in the NFC.
I like it. BB, Maxi Stats, and I are going to make picks for every game for the rest of for this weekend here at the end of the episode. And I'll just go ahead and let you in on it. I got the Cowboys. They're dogs. I think that, like BB said, the Falcons, they're not poop, but they are a wee bit overrated at this point. The fact that all of a sudden now you would not expect them to be favorites versus the Cowboys. While the Cowboys haven't played great, we need somebody to help out CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. But they still have Micah Parsons on the other side. They still have Dak Prescott who can deal it. And as long as they have these guys playing, which I'm not sure, I assume Micah Parsons is playing this weekend. Is he out as well this weekend?
I think I read earlier Mike McCarthy said he's just quite not there yet. So he should be back next week, but I don't think he's playing this week.
Okay, not back yet. But still, I just feel like this is a do or die for the Dallas Cowboys. And with that being said, I think that they are going to waltz into Atlanta and catch a dub. And I guess we're going to find that out here.
I can see that. But, the Falcons, they've been riding high. Kirk is kind of, morphing into that Atlanta. We fight, no cap.
Dude, that was horrible.
Walk in your trap, pick over your trap.
I don't know how I would feel if I was in the huddle, listening to him say all that stuff. But, you love it. But at the same time, you kind of love it. He knows, the team, the city that he's in, and, he's trying to embody that. So I respect that out of him. But I think I'm going to have to go with the Falcons. I'm going to go with the Dirty Birds.
Going with the Dirty Birds. You let Pierce scare him into that pick. I see it.
We got a fellow Falcons fan in the chat. He says, glad this is on camera. Y'all will remember this. Hashtag Dirty Birds. Yeah, I said it loud and proud last week or earlier this week. I think the Falcons are fraud. They're a couple plays away from what's their record? 5-2?
I believe so, yeah.
I think they're a couple plays away.
I think
5-3. I think they're a couple plays away from being 3-5, 2-6, maybe.
Yeah.
So we'll see this weekend. If they had Micah Parsons, that'd be a huge help. But like I said earlier this week as well, I think the next couple weeks are huge for the Cowboys, and if they don't start catching some wins, it could be see you later, Mike McCarthy.
It could. It very well could be.
Absolutely could. So we got CJ's pick for the group lay. We're going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals -7 versus the Las Vegas Raiders, adding another leg to the group parlay. And we're about to go ahead and add Maxie's stats in. CJ, do you have more time to hang out with the squad, or you about to head on out down to Charlotte for the week?
You know what? I originally said the Bengals. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Ratbirds. 9.5.
All right.
So the official group play leg has been changed.
I'm gonna go with the Ratbirds. It pains me to pick them. Being a Steelers fan, but they got too much going on offense for the Broncos to handle, I think. So
Hey, since nobody's really watching the live here, can we let's get a full rethink for the clip? Let's just say the official.
Okay, you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Okay. So my official leg for the group play is going to be Ravens minus 9.5 at home in Baltimore against the Broncos. I got Lamar and company taking it home. Don't think it'll be that close. Broncos have been beaten up on the lowly teams of the league. I'm not going to say any names, but, they're facing big dogs this week. So we'll see.
You had
love
to
it.
put that back in. like we were all good. We got a retake. Like things were good. You just sprinkle that.
It's true. They were crapping on the Panthers. Okay, you play the Panthers. Now you got the Ravens. Life comes at you quick.
Yep.
And he's gonna see that this weekend.
Let's go.
All right. Well, that is the official pick from Carson Jones. 2 legs in. We got plenty more legs to go. CJ, are you gonna you about to head out, or you want to hang out with Max on too?
I'll hang out with Max for a little bit, but then I'm gonna have to head out. So I'll hear what he has to say. Maybe if I have anything to add, I'll add. But yeah, I gotta get going soon.
All right, good deal. Now introducing another guy who's 2-0 on this show, by the way, with his mortal locks. He has a specific leg that he wants to add to the group play. We're going to pick every single game of the NFL slate this weekend. We're going to get all sorts of different takes. Max is he's infamous already on TikTok. People are wondering, why is this guy reaching for Jayden Daniels as the third best QB in the league? But he doesn't care about that. He is a self-proclaimed villain, and he is here to give more takes and more love to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Max LaCroix _Maxie Stats.
This guy thinks he's the Riddler, bro.
What's up? What's up, fellas? How's it going?
First off, congrats on the Mortal Lock hit last night. Officially 2-0 on the list. And I heard a little whisper we could have a third Mortal Lock coming in this episode.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to find that out later on the episode. But yeah, last night, things were definitely not looking good. You got rookies, the Jets. That was their second time ever touching the ball, dropping the ball before the end zone. Stuff like that just absolutely can't happen. But the Jets did get it done. I know you hit your alt spread at 5.5 as well.
5.5.
So I got a little bit sweaty at the end. But
it looked like it was easy on paper, but trust me, towards the end of that game, it was looking like they wanted him to score another touchdown.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, I've been doing good. So you want me to get straight into my pick, or are we picking these games first?
We can go ahead and get your group lay while we still have CJ on the call. We can just go ahead and get your pick for the entire group lay. We're going to go ahead and quickly recap what we have so far. We have Air Tiger picking the Indiana Hoosiers -7.5 at home. He says that they have a great coach team, and they are potentially a team that can make it into the playoff. Carson, after that, CJ gives us a pick. He was initially on the Cincinnati Bengals -7, but he switched it on over to the Baltimore Ravens -9.5 now versus the Denver Broncos. He is going against his roots in Pittsburgh and taking another AFC North foe in the Baltimore Ravens. Max, let's see who we got on the docket.
I like that, and I'm just gonna let my background do the talking here. Bijan
Oh, it's not Falcons. It's a
It
Bijan.
is Bijan Robinson, over 100 yards rushing and receiving. I mean, I absolutely love this. I think the over on the game is at like 51.5. So I expect a absolute shootout in Atlanta. Cowboys are awful against the run. They're 31st in rushing yards per game, allowing 155.
Wow.
I mean, I think Bijan could easily get 100 yards on the ground. I mean, guys like Kamara, Derrick Henry, and then when they played the Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery all cleared 100 yards rushing and receiving. So I'm expecting Bijan to have a massive game. So yeah, that is my pick, and that is also going to double as my third mortal lock.
Ooh, okay. We got a third mortal lock. Max is 2-0 in mortal locks. He's looking to go 3-0. I love it, Max. I
Okay,
think
Bijan.
Bijan's been going kind of crazy this year. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's a love bet right there. That's good.
Yep, I know. Pierce liked that one.
Yeah,
Dirty
claims
Birds.
this guy knows ball.
Yes, sir.
Off that stat, I do. You had some good info to back it up there. After hearing that, I may have to maybe place a little straight on just a Bijan over 100 yards rushing and receiving. That sounds pretty good to me.
I feel like the truth about it is Max said could easily have 100 yards rushing.
Easily.
And he could take a screen pass 80 yards in one play.
Yep.
So I like that a lot. CJ, how do you feel about the new leg added to our group play?
I like that. I like that. Got some good insight, got away from just picking a game straight up, had some stats to back it up. Bijan's a great player. I like that. Garendo was getting off on the ground against the Cowboys last week. So, I like that. I like a Bijan Robinson over 100 yards.
Yeah.
All right. This
And
leg is
and then also like I know Tiger said he's the college football guy, but I specialize in NFL. Sundays, that is all I do. I sit either on my couch, in my bed, doesn't matter, at the bar. I'm watching football
bullets, yep,
all day long. And so I do have a couple more plays. I've thrown in a couple SGPs. I'm not even going to call this one an SGP. I'm just going to give you plays, and you guys do with them as you please. The first one I've got is Cooper Kupp over 5.5 catches. I looked at this line and I was like, this has to be a typo. I mean, Puka, I saw re-injured his knee today. I don't think it's super serious, but I think Cooper Kupp easily could get over 5.5 catches in this game. Second game, I know we've been loving on Jameis Winston all week, but I'm going to go with his receiver, Cedric Tillman, over 3.5 catches. I know we had also mentioned him yesterday about being a potential league winner, so I absolutely love this. And then the last one is CeeDee Lamb over 80 yards. I mean, I think he had 40 fantasy points last week. I know a lot of them were in garbage time, but I do expect this Cowboys-Falcons game to be a shootout, and I think CeeDee clears 80 yards.
If I remember correctly, the last time the Falcons and Cowboys played, I think the score was like 40-37. Like it was a straight up shootout. So clearly you like the player props in that game, and I like it too.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Looks like it's going to be cash. And I'll go ahead since CJ is still here. I'm going to go ahead and drop my personal play for the group lay. And this guy, at this point, he's been on the show. He was our very first guest on Unlocked. And he was talking about how he's got something freaky to do in the end zone for us whenever he finally gets into the box. So I'm going to throw my money where his mouth is, and I'm going to go with Caden Robinson touchdown this week. They are also dogs, and I think one of our guys, Hank Pritchard, who may or may not be able to join us, has Appalachian State +3 in that game. And I think the only way to get there is through a Caden Robinson touchdown. Last time Caden scored, he hit, or I don't know if it was last time, but one of the times Caden scored, he hit one of the most aggressive dances I think I need to see. I need to see what he has for us this week. But he said it's gonna be nice. So
He claimed it was going to have us rolling. So I'm excited to see what it is.
Yeah, he gets in that end zone and he gets jiggy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's safe to say he's getting after it whenever he gets in that box. So, I'm expecting a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see it because if he gets a first down, he lets them know. So I can only imagine what he will do if he gets into that end zone. So we got Caden Robinson to score a touchdown. Anytime touchdown score is getting added into the group play this week, and I think that's a big. I'm a big fan of that. I could see it being plus odds. Player props for games like this don't come out until Saturday, so we're not exactly sure. But I could imagine it being something like plus 150, plus 200, maybe even plus 250 since he hasn't gotten in the end zone yet this year. But he seemed more than determined to get into the end zone this week. So lock that into the group parlay as well.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Love it.
Great.
So far, what do we got? We got Indiana minus 7.5.
Yep.
Ravens minus 9.5.
Yep.
Bijan over 100 rushing receiving. Caden Robinson touchdown.
This is a parlay for the 80s.
I like it. I'll go ahead and throw mine in there. This was a bet that we heard about earlier on the show. Air Tiger said he loved it this weekend. It wasn't quite his lock of the week for the group play, but it's going to be mine. I got the Ohio State Buckeyes money line. It should be around minus 160, minus 170. And I think the Buckeyes go into Penn State. Keep it rolling. I'm not a believer in Drew Aller. I think the Buckeyes got too much star power, and I think they keep it rolling.
I love that. I mean, I love that. I'm sure there are some people who have even been to Columbus, who lived in Columbus for a little bit, who could potentially be hating on the Buckeyes for whatever reason. If you're out there, I just want to say to you, OH and IO. Because these guys are going to go into Penn State this week and catch a big dub. And it's going to be like we're acting like this is not a good football team for some reason. Some people, I'm not saying everybody, some people, and it's not everybody. It's just people who have been around the city for some time. I don't really get it. But for those people, I say this is a great football team. Will Howard is a great quarterback. We got Quinshon Judkins, who's going to run all over Pennsylvania, the entire state on Saturday. They also have plenty of players on the defensive side of the ball. BB, I love that pick. And
Let's go.
For having a good friend of the show join us as our very first guest, that would have been my play. So I love having that into the group play this week.
This group play is getting juicy. Should we go ahead and add the rest of the plays that the players couldn't be, or the pickers couldn't be here for? Should we go ahead and throw that in?
Let's go ahead and solidify this thing.
Okay. Staying in the Appalachian State game, we had our good buddy, Mr. Hank Pritchard. He's going for his play of the week is Appalachian State +3.
You might as well just make that app money line. Let's get this thing juicy.
Whoa.
The home dog? Is it at app?
It is at app. And
We love a home dog, right?
K-Dub said there's nothing better than playing at the crib.
Nothing better. Might as well make it app money line. Home dog.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sorry, Hank, if you're watching. We're going to go ahead and change your play live on the air to App State money line.
Hey, it's going to be painful if that thing misses and I lose by 2, boy. Oh, my God. Oh, no. We got the full live on camera, too.
You mentioned Vanderbilt earlier today, CJ. You still not in love with that one?
I mean, I like Vandy. I mean, they've been playing people tough. I mean, beat Alabama, obviously. Only lost by 3 to Texas last week. I know they got a score late, to kind of make it look a little bit better. I like the Commodores at Auburn, to cover the spread. Auburn, hasn't looked anything special this year. They turn the ball over a lot. They got some questions at QB. So I like Vandy.
Okay.
I like their QB. I think he's a transfer. Is either San Diego State or New Mexico State. If y'all know Rico Knows on TikTok, he was letting you know about this guy last year. He loved him.
Oh yeah.
Did Kel send his pick in, BB, or
I don't think so.
he was in
What
here
about-
for a second, dude. I was trying to get him on, but Tiger's segment was too good. We had to kind of
Yeah.
have to roll with Tiger. So we might
What are the
add
odds
another
on this
leg.
thing?
What'd you
What are
say?
the odds on this thing right now, baby? You got it up?
I don't have it plugged in. I just got it all listed out, but yeah, I don't
It's
got it
gotta
plugged in.
be. It's gotta be crazy. It's gotta be like, I don't
It's a
even
lot of,
know.
it's a lot of legs. There's a lot of legs going in
But
there.
that's what the group play does. We got faith in each other. See if we can cash out for the show.
Yo, is that
I'll be late if the first group leg cashes.
is the Penn State game at night or noon?
It's
Noon.
at noon.
Oh man.
See,
College
no.
football is just trying to bless Ohio State. They didn't want
Yeah,
to
if
the night game.
If it was a whiteout 7:30 p.m. kickoff, my group play might have been a little bit different. But being noon, I just think Ohio State's got too many stars, dude. They got stars both sides of the ball.
Bro, Ohio State owns James Franklin, bro. Like, he's only beat him one time ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I
I
know
don't
what you're
think he's
saying.
ever
Give me the
beat-
Nittany Lions. Come on. Come on. Ohio State has not been playing up to their talent level at all.
They
They're
haven't.
going on the road. This Nittany Lions team, I mean, they hear it. They got a lot of starters coming back. They also got some stars on their side of the sideline. They got that tight end went for 200 against USC. They got Abdul Carter coming off the edge.
Yep.
I like Penn State at home against the Buckeyes.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely it's going to be a dogfight. I mean, I think that's going to be one of the better games of the year. It's obviously up there with, the Georgia Bama game, Georgia, Texas,
Ohio State, Oregon.
Ohio State, Oregon, but I didn't like the result, so I was going to leave that one out. But this one's going to be where Ohio State gets a big win. I genuinely believe that. It's going to be fire.
Let's go.
Do we want to pick a couple of NFL games? I mean, we've only got about 7 minutes left. But
You got to roll,
I
CJ.
gotta go again.
Appreciate it.
I'll see y'all later.
Talk to you later, brother.
what was
Yeah,
that?
what were the balloons?
He threw on balloons. That's a new edit. Haven't even seen that on here. Not sure how he figured that one out.
All right, Max. We don't have as much time as we might have, but
Rapid
that's our
fire.
NFL slate. This is a good slate. I mean, we might have to go ahead and just give a really quick reason as to why we want the winner to come out. But we're going to start here in Charlotte. The New Orleans Saints play the Carolina Panthers, and Saints are currently -7. And Bryce Young is starting. Deontay Johnson just got traded. And you know what? Akeem Ekwonu's out. It doesn't look like Jonathan Brooks is going to be playing. I'm staying away from that game. How about that?
You gotta pick every game. Come on. You gotta make a pick.
I got the Carolina Panthers +7 at home versus the New Orleans Saints. Give me that. Let's go. Bryce Young is showing up. He started playing a lot better in the second half last week. I think that he has the opportunity to really develop and solidify himself versus a team that abused him week 1. I love this game. I love it.
Are we going spread picks or are we just going outright winners?
Spread. This is spread.
I like spreads. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my pick was even though I'm a big Panthers fan, it was the New Orleans Saints. Adam Thielen's not playing. Deontay Johnson's gone. We still have the number 32 ranked defense. I feel like I have to go with the Saints.
I'm going with the Panthers here. Honestly, I think this is one of 2 games left on the schedule that they legit have a chance to win. So I'm going with the Panthers here.
All right, Panthers. Kevon has Carolina +7. BB has Saints -7. Max has Panthers +7. We move into Buffalo. It's a divisional game. Josh Allen versus Tua Tagovailoa. Who do we got? Buffalo Bills -6, or we got the Miami Dolphins +6. Starting with you, BB.
I really wanted to go with the Dolphins. I wanted a Tua revenge game. If we can remember, this is the game that he got hurt earlier in the year. But I still don't. I don't. If it was in Miami, maybe. But since it's in Buffalo, I got to ride with the Bills. Got to ride with Thanos at QB. Give me the Bills.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to follow that. I feel like the Dolphins, every time they play in Buffalo, they just can't handle the cold for whatever reason. Give me the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills have been smashing teams this year. Like they kind of, like surprisingly, they have been abusing people. They just went into Seattle and thumped the Seahawks. I don't see any reason why at home they won't do something similar. I do think we start to see the Dolphins offense wake up a little bit. Tyreek Hill might get going. Jalen Waddle could get going. Devon Achane as well. But the Buffalo Bills are going to be rolling as always. Give me Miami Dolphins +6 in this one. I do think that Tyreek Hill is going to make a big difference in this game. We're going to move into Baltimore, where CJ had his pick for the group lay earlier today. The line was at 8. Then it was at -9 when I grabbed this screenshot. I guess now it's at -9.5. Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos roll into Baltimore for another big game. Can the Baltimore Ravens bounce back after getting beat by the Cleveland Browns and Jameis Winston, Max?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think CJ covered it best. The Broncos out there, I don't even know what the record is, 5-2 or something, but they're not that good. Yeah, Ravens bounce back game all day. -9.5, -13.5. Give me the Ravens.
All right.
Yeah, I
going in.
got to stick with it. We mentioned earlier we kind of want the Ravens to go ahead and throw 70 on Denver. Like I said, don't think Denver's as good as their record makes them out to be. Give me the Baltimore Ravens.
I completely agree. Give me the Baltimore Ravens as well. Love Lamar Jackson. He's the best quarterback in the league. I think we all agreed on that. And he's going to show it once again this week at home. We're moving into Cleveland, another team in the AFC North. They are taking on a Los Angeles Chargers team who some think could make a big run. Their entire division has 4 wins right now. Can the Los Angeles Chargers, who are officially away favorites, beat the Cleveland Browns at home, BB?
Absolutely not. We love home dogs. We ride with home dogs. We ride with Jameis Winston. Give me the Cleveland Browns.
Jameis Winston is also a dog. So that is 3 dogs in one. Give me the Cleveland Browns as well, +1.5. And honestly, outright winners in this game.
Yep.
Let's go, baby. Let's get Cedric Tillman rolling. What you got, Max?
Give me the Browns. Not much to be said there.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Moving into another team in the AFC North who's at home. That's 3 teams now, with the Steelers being on a bye. All 3 teams in the AFC North are home, and they are also going to be fighting for a division where, the Cincinnati Bengals have to figure things out if they want any chance at winning the AFC North. They take on the Las Vegas Raiders at home. Apparently no T. Higgins still. Max,
no
we talked about it. No T, no way. Do you believe the Cincinnati Bengals can beat the Las Vegas Raiders without T. Higgins?
Yes, I do. I think the Raiders the Raiders got blown out by the Panthers, and they're even worse than they were then now. So this is a must-win game for the Bengals. I think all 3 AFC North teams cover the spread this week. Give me the Bengals.
I love it. I mean, geez, the Panthers catch an unreal amount of strays on a Panthers fan show. Like, it's ridiculous out here, dude. BB, who do you got? Bengals, Raiders. Let's hear it.
I have to agree with Max. I think the Raiders are just simply not a good football team. Like we said, we are Panthers fans, but we did mollywop the Las Vegas Raiders. So see no reason why Joe Burrow and the Bengals can't do it without T. Higgins.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. The Raiders don't even know who they want to go with at quarterback, and it's not the same situation as the Steelers. The Steelers had 2 good quarterbacks. We're figuring out which one do we really want to go with. The Raiders just can't find the guy. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals -7 at home, and I agree. I think all AFC North teams cover this week. AFC North to the NFC East in a divisional battle. Max, your 3rd favorite quarterback in the entire league, or your favorite quarterback, 3rd best quarterback in the entire league, according to Maxie's stats, is going into New York and facing the New York Giants. They are -4.5 favorites. Who do you got in that one, Max?
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, I mean, the Giants, I mean, they don't really know what they have at QB with Daniel Jones. I mean, some weeks he looks good, some weeks he looks bad. But, I mean, when you're going up against the third best quarterback in all of football and the spread's only 4 points, I mean, you got to love the Washington Commanders here. Give me the Commanders -4.
I'm right there. I'm right there with you. The Giants have not won a home football game this year, and they have a dumpster fire at the quarterback position. As long as Jayden Daniels plays, give me the Commanders.
I think with Jayden Daniels, without Jayden Daniels, there's going to be 3 guys getting after that pass rush every single time for the New York Giants. Brian Burns gets to him once. Kayvon Thibodeau, hopefully is he playing this week?
I'm not sure.
I believe he is. I need to get better at my injury reports, especially on Fridays. But if he's playing, I think he gets home. I think that the New York Giants defense at home has an opportunity to cover the 4-point spread. Malik Neighbors is going to do his thing. This is the first time I believe Jayden Daniels will be getting a lot of pressure the same way CJ Stroud got pressure from the New York Jets yesterday, and he's going to be flustered because he is still a rookie quarterback with no accolades. He's not number 3 in the league. Let's find out this weekend as the New York Giants cover 4 points versus the Washington Commanders. Moving into the NFC South, Atlanta is at home and favorites versus the Dallas Cowboys. We got a couple of picks. Max's pick for the parlay is Bijan Robinson, over 100 yards rushing and passing. BB, we're going to pass it to you first, though. Do you think our divisional rivals have a chance to cover 3.5 points versus the Dallas Cowboys?
I said it earlier in the week. This is a huge game for the Cowboys, turning point in the season. Said the Falcons are fraud. Give me the Cowboys.
Give me the Cowboys as well. I'll keep it short. I don't think the Dirty Birds can do this one, even though Jesse Bates he's actually nasty. But I still got the Dallas Cowboys. Max, who you got?
I'm going to go the complete opposite of y'all. Give me the Dirty Birds at home. We've all experienced that environment in there. They get a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Kirk is going to protect his trap. Give me the Falcons -3.5.
It's potentially the worst game of the entire week. I don't know if anybody's going to watch this game other than people in Nashville. New England Patriots, Tennessee Titans. We're going to keep it quick. Give me anybody but these 2 teams playing, honestly. But I guess I'll take the Tennessee Titans.
If Drake May plays, I feel better about it. But regardless, give me the Patriots.
Yeah, I've got the Patriots. And this might not be the worst game of the week. This might be the worst game of the year. Yeah, give me the Patriots.
Yeah, get me away from that game. I screenshotted the wrong line for that. I believe the Titans are favorites in this game.
Yeah,
I think
they're -3. I think it's 3.
Yeah,
I think it's 3.
They're favored by 3 points. I'll take the 3 points. Moving on to my second favorite quarterback in the league, Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals take on the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. Arizona is favored in this game. If they win this game and every other team in the NFC West lose, Arizona Cardinals are on top of the NFC West. Max, just so you know, this is an opportunity for Kyler Murray against a very good defense. I love it. Give me Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals -2 at home in the desert versus the Chicago Bears. BB, who you got in that one?
I think this one is going to be a close game. It could be a really fun one to watch between Kyler Murray and Caleb Williams. But I think the Cardinals keep it hot. They're on a 2-game win streak. The connection to Marv is growing. Give me the Cardinals.
I have got the opposite of y'all here as well. I mean, I think the Cardinals got away with one last week and maybe a little bit lucky. I think the Bears obviously the Bears gave up a Hail Mary to lose. I think the Bears get back on track. And I thought it was pretty funny you said if every team in the NFC West loses, the Cardinals are at the top. But you look down at that slate, you see the Rams and Seahawks. I'm not quite sure how they would both lose.
They could tie. How about they tie, Max? Let's have them tie this week.
Okay.
I mean, the line is -1. It could, let's find out.
Yeah.
Let's find out. I don't think there's any luck to Kyler Murray throwing for 300 yards last week, though. But anyways, we're going to move on to the Philadelphia Eagles, who take on the Jacksonville Jaguars in Philadelphia. It seems as though when Jalen Hurts has A.J. Brown, when Jalen Hurts has Devontae Schmitty, and they also always had Saquon Barkley so far this year, this team is rolling hot right now. And I'm not really sure what the issue is in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, it's almost time to have a conversation about that guy. Let's get it rolling, Trevor Lawrence. Brian Thomas Jr. has been a very big weapon for him this year, but I honestly am comfortable with taking – you're going to have to pass it back to me because part of me wants to go Jacksonville Jaguars plus 7.5, but just pass it back to me. Go ahead.
I got you. Okay. Max got it. Go ahead, Max.
I've got Eagles. Minus 7.5. Yeah, give me the Eagles. I think Jacksonville is really, really bad. Brian Thomas is a game time decision. Even if he does play, I still like the Eagles.
Yeah, the Jaguars, they really don't impress me on either side of the ball, and it somehow seems that Trevor Lawrence is getting worse every year. It's really weird. So give me the Eagles with all their weapons.
All right, in that case, give me the Eagles as well. I'm going to go with the boys. I do think there's some good things going on in Philly. Let's hope that the fans get on the same base as Nick Sirianni. It's kind of weird when you're at home and you're chirping your own stands. That's just weird. That's weird for everybody involved. But the game of the week, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers at home. It's looking like Jordan Love is going to play. That unlocks in a completely different style of offense for the Green Bay Packers with Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed. There's going to be a lot of guys to throw the ball to. You never know who the guy's going to be, but the Lions are favored. They've got Sonic and what do they call David Montgomery now?
It's Sonic
Knuckles.
and something.
Knuckles.
Yep.
Sonic and Knuckles are going to be rolling on into Green Bay. And I don't. That's a tough game to pick, but I do think the Detroit Lions are going to win this game, and I do have them -3 in this one.
I'm right there with you. I also think the Detroit Lions are going to win this one. Even if Jordan Love does play, the way he was moving around on the field last week after he got hurt, I don't know how effective he's going to be. You got Jared Goff in Detroit. He seems to be maybe the best game manager in the league at the moment. This guy doesn't throw incompletions, really. Give me the Detroit Lions.
All right.
I have got the Green Bay Packers in this one, +3 in Lambeau. Jared Goff is only good at football when he's playing in a dome. It's going to be cold up in Lambeau. Give me the Packers.
All right. That's going to be good. And this one, I'm hoping for a tie, but we do have to pick one team or the other. The Los Angeles Rams versus Seattle Seahawks. Last week, the Seattle Seahawks let Buffalo come into their house and honestly embarrass them. They have another home game versus the Rams, who seem to be kind of catching a little bit of stride. Matthew Stafford, Kupp is back. Max loves over on Cooper Kupp's receptions. They're hoping to get Puka Nacua. Give me the Los Angeles Rams -1 on the road versus the Seattle Seahawks. BB?
I'm right there with you. Sean McVay said it would be hard to see Puka not playing this weekend. They got Kupp and Puka. Their offense is different with those two guys both in there. Give me the Rams.
You know, what do we praise on this show? We love a good home dog. With that being said, give me Matthew Stafford and the Rams -1.
I'm not kidding. I genuinely think Max loves going last because he changes his pick. If me and BB have the same pick, Max is guaranteed.
I just picked the Rams. I'm with y'all on that one.
You switched it up to the Rams.
He threw a weird curveball. He went completely
curveball.
against his opening statement.
Yeah, you juked me out. I'm not gonna lie. But every other pick you have done that. Indianapolis Colts versus the Minnesota Vikings in prime time. Who we got, Max? We'll let you go first, so you can't switch it up on us.
This is my dog of the week. I think the Vikings have been struggling a little bit. I think people are starting to kind of catch on that Brian Flores defense. Give me Flacco and the Indianapolis Colts in prime time.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there. Brian Flores brings the heat from the defensive side of the ball. And Joe Flacco is a statue. That guy cannot move worth a lick. And I think the offense gets back on track this week. Give me Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, Joe Flacco is a refrigerator. But Jonathan Taylor is an absolute dog. I do think in order to combat some of those blitzes that come from the Brian Flores defense, being able to run the football is going to be huge for stuff like that. They're also going to be able to get Josh Downs, who is seeming to be a great separator. We all agree he is going to be a potential league winner in fantasy. And Joe Flacco, he gets the ball out quick. And he's going to do that, and he's going to hit his guys, and he's going to give them a chance every step of the way. I agree with Max on this one. Big away dog, and my dog of the week as well, Indianapolis Colts in Minnesota. We're going to pick up again on Monday to talk about the Tampa Bay versus the Kansas City game. Today was I think this was our best episode.
That was great. That was a great episode for sure.
Good.
We're at an hour and 11 minutes, and we could probably keep going. We didn't really cover Thursday night football that crazy, but hey, great win for the Jets. Great win for the Jets. I love to see my man Garrett Wilson with 30 fantasy points. But hey, great episode, fellas. Let's go. It looks like we're catching stride.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Loved it.
That was good stuff.
All right, let's put them up in there. Stacking bricks. We stacked another brick. This was our very first week. This was I think we found something pretty dope. I think we found something dope, and that we're going to continue to grow on. I hope you find something that you're passionate about. I hope that everything starts to come together for you as well. And if it's tough at first, ask BB, ask myself, that's okay, because it's not the rest of your life. Just grind on something that you see you see some light at the end of the tunnel, and you feel it, and you go for it. And it's not going to be easy every day, but things do get better. So have a great weekend. What a week for the boys on Unlocked. Maxie is now 2-0 in his Mortal Locks. Good stuff, fellas. We're gonna come back Monday to talk more ball, to count the cash from the group lay, and to count the cash from Maxie's Mortal Lock. My bad, BB. Tick, tick, tick.
Boom.
Have a great weekend. Have a good Halloween weekend, fellas.
Yep.